Gardner is now the first Johnson County city to make it illegal to sleep or camp on public property, and violators could face fines or even jail time. KCTV5's Ali Espinosa explains why city officials feel it's not a solution.
The Gardner City Council voted 4-1 earlier this month to pass a new ordinance banning unhoused individuals from sleeping or living on public property. That's including parks, trails, bridges, bus shelters, and parked vehicles.
This gives an officer the means to actually write a violation that may move them closer to a resource.
The ordinance is a non-class misdemeanor. City officials say the goal is to connect people with resources, but Councilwoman Kelly Johnson feels it punishes them. Councilwoman Johnson was the lone dissenting vote.
It's very ambiguous. I don't believe that actually fixes the problem. And I don't think that those are really effective tools.
Johnson County has 3 additional homeless shelters listed on their website. The Salvation Army Lodge in Olathe had a full mailbox when we called.
Sorry, this mailbox is full and cannot accept any more recordings.
The Interfaith Hospitality Network stopped offering services years ago.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
One shelter does have availability, Project 1020, a cold weather shelter, which is located in Lenexa, which is 17 miles away from the city of Gardner. Now, Project 1020 is open from December 1st to March 31st, meaning 9 months out of the year, it isn't an option.
I think that there should be policies or ordinances in place that reduce harm, not punish people for Johnson County's lack of adequate safe sheltering and or housing options.
The city still could not answer where unhoused individuals would be allowed to stay under the new rules. Reporting in Johnson County, Ali Espinosa, KCTV 5 News.